So tonight, I'm so excited to introduce you somebody who is also my friend, who I just adore at the Texas legislature. It is Representative Ann Johnson, and she is the representative for Texas House 134. Welcome, Ann. I'm so happy that you are on the list tonight, and I get to hear from you. So can you tell us who you are and why you're running for office?
Nancy, it's so good to see you again. And the last time we saw each other was recently in Austin at the Texas Tribune Fest when we talk about the wrap up of the session and some of the things that have happened. And I got to see you as I was walking to our panel to talk about the impeachment of Attorney General Ken Paxton. I am proud that I have served on the General Investigating Committee, was part of the Board of Managers to try to take the approach to root out what has been public corruption in the state of Texas at the highest level. I am proud to be your former chief human trafficking prosecutor in Houston, Harris County, Texas, and know the commitment that we need to take with protecting the vulnerable, whether that is disabled individuals, adults, and children, and the fact that we can do so much better in the state, not only for that population, but for our CPS and our youth in our Texas Department of Family and Protective Services. Children have to be at the forefront of our consideration and our care. But I also get to represent the Texas Medical Center. And when we talk about children and we talk about healthcare, we still have the highest rate of uninsured children in the nation. The failure to do Medicaid expansion means that while we live in the shadows of the greatest medical center in the not only nation, but the world, there are so many people that don't have access to that care. Even more disturbing when you talk about Greg Abbott and when you talk about Mothers Against Greg Abbott and the movement that has occurred, in part is because of the decisions of what he has done around eliminating women's access to choice and health care and reproductive care. And we have seen from Amanda Zawadzki to Kate Cox that the draconian passage of laws is keeping medical professionals shackled and unable to practice modern medicine to save women's lives in pregnancy complications. I am proud to tell you that as a state representative, we were able to pass House Bill 3058, which is a groundbreaking piece of legislation that actually does restore abortion care in miscarriages. But I am the first to tell you that it is not enough and that we need to restore medical access, not only for women, but our families who are dealing with the issues of LGBTQ youth and the discrimination that we are not only seeing with them within their patient care rooms, but where we are seeing in our schools and the banning of books and the prevention of training and talking about our history in our community. Public education has to be at the forefront of our consideration. Right now, we funded about 46th in the nation in per pupil spending, and we got the money. We know that we have the money, but Governor Abbott not only doesn't have a commitment to public education, he has now been busted because this last week we found out that he has received $6.25 million from a pro-voucher individual from the state of Pennsylvania. And that is why he continues to push a voucher agenda, which is nothing more than a scam and the defunding of public education. My commitment to you is to continue to fight against Greg Abbott and to support public education. My commitment to you is to talk about the mass shootings that we have had in the state, the failure to pass common sense gun reforms that would make us safer and truly lead to issues of public safety and make us safe on a daily basis. And so I am grateful to serve in House District 134. I know personally, I know from our district that the values that we represent and the common sense solutions that we bring will make Texas stronger and safer into the future. And I would be honored to have your vote to go back and serve in Austin in January of 25.
Thank you so much, Ann. I am wishing you all the best on that and everything. And I mean, when we did talk, it was, oh my gosh, so much was going on at that time and so much has gone on since. So I appreciate all of your work and all your support on all these things this last year in the Texas legislature. It's really meant a lot to us for sure. So can you tell me, what are the top 3 issues that are the most important for your district?
I'm grateful to represent the medical center. I mean, I am a cancer survivor, and I'm a cancer survivor with a longevity because of medical training and having the best in the world that would not only practice medicine here, but when I go into the patient waiting room, I am surrounded by people that come from across the world to come here to get medical care. That is not only a good thing for our economy, but we truly, as Texans, for those that have coverage, have access to the greatest medical care. We know that the social agenda that is being passed right now by Republicans, whether it's attacks on LGBTQ youth, what we've seen on attacks in our medical community with regard to women's health care and choice, or even what we just saw Republicans do on a vaccine mandate, which added for the first time a $50,000 tax and fee for private business that wants to have a health policy to protect their most immunocompromised employees. So when Republicans say that they're all about small government and staying out of your way, they are getting into our healthcare, into our business boardrooms, in every way for their social agenda. This is going to significantly impact our economic interest and our ability to recruit, not just in the medical community, but in the business community at large. And so we have got to stop with the social agenda and the over-partisanization of the state. It will hurt our economy long term. But we also need to look at things like clean energy. We know from climate change and things that are happening that clean energy is the way to go. We are the energy leader in the United States, and there's no reason why we can't be and shouldn't be going forward. And so we have to have the vision to change our commitment on with the companies that are working in the energy sector to do that. That is a big issue for our community and our district. And then, of course, like everybody else, public safety and guns. If guns made you safer, we would be the safest place in the world. Guns don't make you safer. Rational policies and having people that can come together across the table to talk about true public safety issues and reforms are the things that make you safe. I am proud that for the first time in almost 50 years, we have gotten 7 new criminal district courts in our community to deal with the issue of a court backlog and also to recognize those people who are caught in the criminal justice system that we want to give a chance to get out and not be trapped in a revolving door. That revolving door is not only costly for us as a community, but it's harmful for the individual that needs our compassion and our understanding. And so I'm grateful to come to the table on common sense solutions that can lead on a bipartisan basis. And I think even so many Republicans are tired of seeing what's happened in the Republican Party and see them choose party over public transparency and trust, as we have seen with the Paxton situation.
Those are all really great issues, and they're really different from things that I've been hearing from other candidates, which it really does stand out. And I think they're very important in Houston, primarily. I don't think that we can do enough for protecting the water in Houston, and I don't think that they're taking the climate change seriously enough with the water table and just polluting the water. So it's a pretty serious situation. So I appreciate you bringing all of that up. I think it's very important. So tell me, Ann, where can we find you and how best can we support you right now while you're running for office?
Amazingly, I actually get to have the website annjohnson.com. So you can just Google my name, Ann, ANN Johnson.com. And then when you want to look for us on social media, we're Vote, VOTE, ANN Johnson.com. Grateful to be out there on social media, grateful to be driving part of the conversations that we're having. And I'm really excited to see the other candidates on here. And Nancy, you have mentioned it. It is our goal to turn Texas blue. We are in an absolute necessity to turn Texas blue. We are about to reach a rock bottom that we can't recover from. And that's why we need rational individuals who will actually fight for the state of Texas that so many of us grew up in and loved and get back to being Texas values and not extremist Republican values. So thanks for everybody for getting on and fighting and competing, and grateful to have y'all's support.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I look so forward to seeing you on the campaign trail, Ann, and I really do hope we get to see each other soon. So thank you so much for coming tonight.
Of course.